Netflix releases a controversial Kevin Hart docuseries. A teenager is arrested after making threats against a Baltimore high school, and Bobby Christina's ex-boyfriend, Nick Gordon, dead after an overdose. Today on The Diamond K Show. Welcome back to Radio on Fire. We are live from the RFN television studios here in Baltimore. My name is Diamond K. Thank you for joining me. A new year here, 2020. Man, time flies. But Nikki in the building. How you doing, Nikki?
I'm good. How you doing?
Good. So let's dive right in. I mean, the news never stops. A Baltimore 16-year-old teenager, obviously, arrested. Did you hear about this?
I vaguely did. Actually, on the way here, I just heard about it. So.
Yeah. So this girl, I mean, in a climate where these type of things happen for real, right? Where you really have people getting injured, killed, all this kind of stuff. Somebody's daughter thought it was a good idea to make some threats on social media. And the girl confessed to making these threats, right? Okay. She did on a fake page. You know, we call it an anonymous profile. Picture with the gun. Mm. And the Instagram name of Shoot Mervo Up Thursday. Today's Thursday, right? Now, the user stated a plan to shoot every student in my way, and she had the goal to kill 200 people.
And she admitted?
Yes. Yes. Mm-hmm. The user claimed to be an upset parent of a bullied student, but the police say that it was actually this 16-year-old student of the school. And this school is Mervo School in Baltimore, short for Mergenthaler Vocational Technical High School. Yeah. So
wow.
Officials initially made aware of this threat earlier this week and arrested the teen 24 hours later. What was she thinking?
I was going to say, did she do this because she was bullied? Is that what?
I don't think so. Who knows? Who knows?
She just did it just because.
Yeah. I mean, so this gets to a bigger issue with kids and adults, but mostly kids. Did she think by making it on a fake page that was going to be able to shield investigators the digital fingerprints of your IP address? She's like, ooh, fake page. They ain't gonna never figure out that it's me.
Right. Probably.
This girl needs an extra 3 years of school. Just on that note. So anyway, police said that the girl will be charged as a juvenile with a threat of mass violence in the incident. I think that they're gonna make an example out of her.
They should.
And they should. They should come down hard on her. This is not a game.
It's not.
It's not something that you play with. Girl was arrested, and there was an increased presence at Mervo today, but class did resume today. And they said as a precautionary measure, additional security is present at the school January 2nd, and we will continue to assess security needs moving forward. Police worked alongside of the ATF and all of that, showed up on her doorstep. Like, what it is, dummy.
I wonder what her parents said. I would have beat her tail right in front of the ATF, whatever. Like,
I mean, she deserves it.
And take me to jail, but she's going to get this ass whipping now.
Yeah. Here's the thing. They are going to come up in court and act like she was joking. She's such a good girl. Right. She does work in the community.
Right, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah, they're going to come up with all this kind of stuff. I don't want to hear none of that. No. Only thing I want, show me the finger that you hit post with. Show me that finger. Yeah, she needs to go down.
Yeah, she does.
She needs to go down. Speaking of going down, well, actually, I don't even, Speaking of going down, after the break, I want to talk about this Netflix docuseries that featured Kevin Hart, kind of pulled the curtain back a little bit and showed us his life a little bit. And it is really controversial, stirring up a lot of emotions and thoughts and different things like that. And I know that you had a chance to see all of the season 1.
Yes.
As did I. And after this break, we're going to talk about that. You're listening to the Diamond K Show, radioonfire.com. We'll be back after this. Welcome back, Radio on Fire, the voice of urban America. I'm Diamond K, Nikki in the building.
Hey.
So Netflix released this Kevin Hart docuseries called "Don't F This Up," and I could not think of a more suitable title because he effed this up. What did you think? In my opinion, what did you think about the series? An overview.
Oh, I thought I was gonna see something that I didn't know. I guess I thought I was gonna learn something maybe that I didn't know. A lot of things that I didn't know about. Yeah, there wasn't public knowledge about Kevin Hart. So, I didn't get that though.
I mean, I felt that he pulled the curtain back a little bit, and on his life,
right?
But I didn't necessarily love what I saw as far as his life.
Right. Well, I didn't know about his mom and dad, so I didn't know about that. So yes, you're right. They did pull the curtain back.
Definitely. His talking about his mom, who has since passed. Talked about his father, his father's drug use. His father is still alive, and jumping around a bit. What did you think about, and does it have an effect, the way, the relationship with him and his father? The fact that his father was an addict at one time, their relationship affected severely. He didn't have that guidance. And I think that his controversial behavior and the way he looks at things is a direct result of not having that father figure there.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think his relationship suffered because of it.
Yes.
I definitely
his relationship with his wife.
Both.
Yeah.
Both wives.
Yeah.
So I can definitely. I don't think he's ever seen. He doesn't know what a successful relationship looks like.
Right. Agreed.
So it's taking a toll.
Agreed. In addition to that, some of his controversial behavior was talked about, including his cheating on his then pregnant wife, him stepping down from hosting the Oscars after a series of old homophobic, they're being labeled as homophobic tweets resurfaced. So that stuff was talked about. With regards to the cheating, let's talk about the cheating first.
Right.
I have such a major problem with this because, one, he doesn't own up to the cheating.
No,
right?
He didn't.
He doesn't own up. He never said the words "I cheated."
Nope,
right?
not at all.
He's a goddamn liar. Is what he is. He's a goddamn liar. Okay, he acts like some guy made him, do these things and videotaped him. When he talks about it, he says, I've learned I can't put myself in situations where things happen. Oh, you mean hotel rooms with other women
Right.
other than your wife?
Exactly.
Somebody else put you in that position? That's an example of people trying to get over on him.
Yeah.
He's always the victim. Kevin Hart, I'm saying. Talented comedian. A decent actor. Makes a lot of money, right?
Right.
But I wouldn't want him married to my sister.
Right. I agreed.
Now, he might be a fun homeboy to have,
Right.
but I wouldn't want him married to my sister or my cousin. Not my first cousin, anyway. You know what I mean?
Agreed.
He is married to Iniko Parrish, who to me, I think is more beautiful than I thought she was initially.
Yeah, but I've learned a long time ago it doesn't matter what a woman looks like.
Oh, no. That has nothing to do with the cheating part.
Right.
I'm saying, you cut me off.
I'm sorry.
Because let me say this part. Beautiful, right? But dumb as rocks. She's not that smart.
Why do you say that?
Why I say that? So glad that you asked me that. So, in this, the quote that really sticks out to me. It really sticks out to me. It's sad that Eniko, now called Hart, Eniko Hart, she said that she was happy Kevin Hart cheated on her because it has made him a better man.
Yeah, she did say that.
Whoa! Okay.
It makes it seem like he was absolutely horrible.
Yeah.
Like
anytime you feel the need to improve yourself, make sure you cheat again.
Right.
You know what I mean? Very sad. How low is the bar? How low is the bar when you say you're happy and he's a better man because of the cheating scandal that he had that made you look like a doormat?
Well, maybe she was just saying that he may value her more, and he may value his home situation more now that he was at risk of losing it, and he sees how it could, dissipate so quickly. Now that I'm saying that out loud, I don't even believe that either. Because he already lost one home situation, right? So maybe it was I was trying to help you. I was trying to help you, Nico. I don't know. I was trying.
It reminds me of a House Party for people. It's a classic movie, cult classic called House Party, right?
Right.
And Martin plays the DJ, and the guy he's DJing, and the guy bumps the table. Right? Martin says, "Stop bumping the table." Right? And he bumps the table again. And the guy's response I thought was classic. He says, "I was helping you out." Right? You bumping the table, scratching the record, and messing up the party, that's helping me out. Kevin Hart doing this, cheating, that's supposed to help her, help build his character. Eventually, and you brought this up. She said, 3 strikes and you're out.
Right.
So we need to figure out which strike is he on. We don't know. Does she mean 1, 2, 3? That third strike, so the 4th strike you're out?
No,
or does she mean 1, 2, 3, third strike out? I don't know.
She said 3 strikes and you're out, so he can't do it again. So I think that he is on. He already had 1. This other one was his second. He has 1 more, and that's 3. It's not 3 and on the 4th one. It's the 3rd one. I'm done.
Here's the other thing that surprises me about her reactions. She said that she found out about the cheating via a DM on Instagram, right?
Right.
She says, "I don't know who it was. Sent me an edited video, of Kevin and another woman. I was pregnant at the time. I was about 7 or 8 months pregnant. I was having breakfast, opened my phone, and I immediately just lost it," right? So her words to him surprised me. Her words to him, okay? And I have cheated before. I'm remembering every conversation that I had if I was ever caught. None of them went like this. She said, "How the fuck did you let that happen?" Right?
Okay.
To me, that says, how did you allow yourself to be filmed or caught? Like, it doesn't seem like I'm mad at you. Why did you do this? How did you let that happen? What, the filming of it?
No, she's saying, how did you allow that situation? Meaning,
what do you mean?
How do you?
He was in control of the situation.
How do
you don't let a situation happen you in control of? Why did you do that?
Okay. Why did you put yourself in that situation?
No, not put yourself in a situation. Okay. That's that victim stuff that he does. Kevin Hart acts like he's a victim. I don't know how this happened to me. I don't know how I was here. Like, he acts like his life is a joke that he's telling, but it ain't funny.
So what was she supposed to say? What the hell were you doing?
Why did you do that? What the fuck's wrong with you?
That's true.
Not like you are a pawn in this elaborate scheme of somebody to have sex with you. You have to fuck her. She didn't fuck you.
Well, they fucked each other.
Right. Okay. I guess.
Okay.
And then trying to act like so. And I encourage people to watch this. Let this be a lesson to you all. He asked his friends to go. Friends said no. He takes some other friend from, he don't hang with that much. He goes. And he claims this person is blackmailing him. So mine is this. He asked other people to go. He wants us to believe that someone is blackmailing him, that he asked after he asked 4 other people to go somewhere the next day. They set up some elaborate scheme to tape him screwing some girl. He went to Vegas to fuck some girl. Okay? Be man enough, own up to it, say, look, I did this, I got caught, I ain't gonna do it again, I love you. Boom. That's how these things work.
Wait, how about I did this? No, he should say I cheated.
I cheated, I did, I'm sorry.
That yet.
But you don't say, look, no, it's not that I cheated, it's that somebody put me in a situation and then he taped me and he edited a video and then he trying to extort me for money, and that's what happened, and he tries to deflect blame and make the whole thing about some money extortion thing from some homeboy of 15, 20 years. You expect us to believe that? That's what you got? That's the best you can got? Yeah. I can't believe he had hit movies in. If you writing scripts like this.
Especially since the charges against the guy.
And the charges were dropped, right? Mm-hmm. Charges were dropped. So moving on, and like I said, I encourage people to watch this. The other controversial thing, of course, he had was the old what they call homophobic tweets, right? Right. And I used to have a problem with the word homophobic because arachnophobia means what?
I mean, you're afraid.
You're afraid of spiders, okay? Nobody that says something mean is afraid of gay people. So to me, the word itself is rooted in correctly. Like, right. When you say something negative about gay people, you're not scared of gay people. Oh my God, the gay people. That's not what it is. You can say hateful things or it's. Words matter. And you using words and you try to make it mean something else, right? They're not scared of gay people, right? So homophobic is the wrong word to use, right? Mm-hmm. But anyway, he said some things, and at the time, this is going at a time when people trying to say little clever, witty things on Twitter, right? Like a little one-line joke, and he posted it. Now, it wasn't funny. Now, as a man who can say I have evolved in my view of that lifestyle, at the time when he said it, I'm like, okay, I can understand that, a man may not want his son to be different than him, right? Mm-hmm. So he said, whatever he said something about crashing a house on him, really, really hurtful things. Should not have said it. He said it, right? Mm-hmm. Now, he gets checked for it later because whenever you start to blow up, some stuff you said in the past, people pull your file. They pull your resume. You said some things. We don't like these things. How do you feel about these things? If you don't agree with what you said, you are supposed to say, I said that. I'm sorry. I don't feel like that anymore. Blah, 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 blah. You can't play the, I already talked about this. I ain't mentioned it no more. That's what he did. He got the Oscars gig. And they pulled his file, and these tweets resurfaced. He gets major backlash, as he should, because when you get on the Oscars, you're doing business on another level, and you are going to be scrutinized. So he has to understand that the LGBT community is a very powerful contingency, and they spend money. Yeah. So just like anybody that spends money, you cannot offend those people without expecting backlash. Now, if you want to say, fuck the backlash, I don't give a fuck, that's fine, but understand that there's going to be a price that you pay for that, right? Mm-hmm. And you can't act like the victim, though. Kevin Hart, never. He's irresponsible because he never owns up to anything. Yeah. Everybody is always somebody else's fault. I talked about this, y'all keep bringing it up. I addressed this before. And I gave you the example. For listeners and viewers, if someone apologizes for something that they did to you in the past, right? And 5 years later, it resurfaces in a conversation with someone else. Remember that time such and such happened, and they revisit it. They get upset again. The person is there in front of you. They get upset. And other people are looking. They didn't know about this, and they just find it out. And they say, man, that's messed up. I can't believe you did that to her or him. You need to apologize to him. And your reaction is, look, I already apologized 5 years ago. I ain't gonna keep apologizing no more. It makes it seem like you weren't really sorry in the first place. Yeah. When someone is sorry, even if you apologized before, look, Look, I'm so sorry. I told you I'm sorry. I really didn't mean it. I'm sorry that it hurt you. I won't do that again. And sometimes you need to reaffirm previous apology. And that's okay. That's not a sign of weakness to reaffirm your previous apology if you were really sorry. Now, if you weren't really sorry, that's something totally different. And I don't think that Kevin Hart is sorry for A, cheating on his pregnant wife, or B, offending the LGBT community. I don't think he's sorry for any of those things. I think that he feels that it affects his money and he tries to paint himself as the victim. Right. But I don't think that he's sorry for those things that he said. His answer, I'm just being immature.
Because he didn't apologize again.
He didn't apologize. Well, I mean, he apologized on Ellen. And then on Good Morning America, they wanted to talk about. He said, "I addressed this on Ellen. I'm not doing this no more. I'm tired of talking about it."
He said, "I'm not going to talk about this again."
Not going to talk about this again. Yeah. So
I just felt bad that his employees felt some type of way about him not reaffirming his apology. Basically,
that was a very interesting perspective. I didn't ever thought about it like that. And his the executives with his Heartbeat production company, she was upset.
Yeah,
she was upset, and when you saw how it trickled down, and other people were were affected by this, it's very sad when you sit and think about it.
But he still didn't change his stance even then. At that staff meeting, I thought he was gonna break down and say, "Okay, all right, well," he still was like, "Okay, that was the old me.
Mm-hmm. Right,
I said some old things.
Yes,
and
still didn't
apologize for the old stuff, and we're gonna move forward." I was like, "Wow."
Yes, very interesting. I mean, so like I said, I encourage people to watch. Do you think there's gonna be? I want something to be addressed about this mysterious car accident that he had. That seems like he was doing some weird shit. And he's driving around in an old school car with one of his homeboys and a girl.
Right.
They get into a car accident.
I think the girl was with his homeboy though.
That's what he's saying. Of course, it's Kevin Hart. So of course the girl gonna be with his homeboy. Of course. So if the girl's with his homeboy, why would he have additional people, come to the scene, remove him from the scene, and take him home? Because that's what happened.
Car accident? He got really hurt, really bad.
Yeah. He went home. And Aniko called the 911. She made the call.
What?
From the house.
How did they take him home? He was badly damaged. Like what?
Allegedly. That's probably a lie. It's Kevin Hart. Everything is a lie when it comes to Kevin Hart. Last story before we get out of here. Bobby Christina, we remember her, right?
Right.
Bobby Christina's ex-boyfriend, fiance, brother, all of that. Nick Gordon dies of an overdose. Now, some people feel sad. I understand people in his family feel sad for him. Troubled young man, troubled guy, 30 years old.
Yeah.
Rushed to the hospital after a New Year's Eve party. Doctors informed his family New Year's Day that they were unable to revive him. His brother, naturally saddened by this, he wrote, "God, why did I have to lose my brother on New Year? New Year's Day," I guess he meant to say. "All I can do is cry." And I understand that that he would be sad about this. Obviously, it's his brother.
Yeah.
But Nick Gordon, you remember Nick Gordon, right?
Oh, yeah.
Nick Gordon is, I'm not going to say anything about him in death that I did not say about him in life.
Okay.
He was a piece of crap. Now, how did he get to the point of crapness? It is sad. It's a sad twist in this saga that goes back to Whitney Houston.
Yeah.
Okay? Goes back to Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston did things around these kids, Nick Gordon, and Bobby Christina, that she should not have done. They witnessed things that they should not have witnessed.
Right.
Okay. And so that is first. If you remember, Nick Gordon was the one who was dating Bobby Christina when she died.
Right. Yeah.
But they were raised as like
siblings.
Yeah. So I mean that's weird.
Very.
That's really weird. Very tragic. Very tragic. I mean, I don't know what to say about it. If you remember, the Bobby Christina saga. 3 years after Whitney Houston, her mother, accidentally drowned in the bathtub, cocaine was involved. Bobby Christina was the sole beneficiary of her mother's estate. Okay, so we're talking about a lot of money. Right?
Yeah.
And you got Nick Gordon buzzing around, hanging around. But of course, she was eventually found face down, unresponsive, in a bathtub in Atlanta, in a townhouse that she shared with Nick Gordon, found by another friend named Max Lomas. Okay? She was resuscitated and put in a medically induced coma for 6 months. You remember this story?
Yeah, I do.
And later died of pneumonia at 22 years old. Also in January, here he is.
Yeah.
Overdose. Same thing. Very, very, very tragic. And so his attorney said this: while I cannot speak to the specific circumstances of his death, I can say that it has been truly heartbreaking to have witnessed firsthand the total devastation that drug addiction has wreaked upon a group of young friends, all of whom were loved and had immense potential.
Sad.
Yeah, it is. It
sad.
is sad. Whitney, who sold more than 170 million records, 6 Grammys, became almost unrecognizable during her struggles with drugs, and she was well aware that her daughter was in danger as well. And so, if you remember, Whitney's best friend and former lover Robin Crawford released a book, and she talked about Whitney's drug use. So the drug use of Gordon and the drug use of Bobby Christina, we can trace back to Whitney Houston. That's fair to say.
Yeah, they saw her doing it, so they thought it was okay.
Yeah, and she made it okay.
Right.
But like you said, very sad situation. Yeah. So I mean, that is what it is, and that's something that a lot of families are facing. Of course, we will be back tomorrow. Miss any episodes of the show, radioonfire.com/Diamond K. Thank you, Nikki.
You're welcome.
As always, it's Radio on Fire, the voice of urban America. I will be back tomorrow.
Girl.
Thanks for listening.
I need a pretty girl. Give me a pretty girl. I need a pretty girl. Give me a pretty girl. I need a pretty girl. Give me a pretty girl. Came in this game with fame. Neighborhood knew my name. Pretty girls knew my name. Still the same, nothing changed. See how she poke it out. Rough sex, choke it out. Tongue go in and out. 420, smoke it out. Time flies, move fast. 220 on the dash. Keep sweat, make it last. Keep sweat, make it last.